star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. But that doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, they've got Josh Giddey, Buzelis out there with the Okoro. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Ivy in at the 2. Okoro passes to Collins. RJ, here we are about the middle of the season. Where are these teams putting their focus right now?
Some are already monitoring their conference position, but this is the time to stay focused on being healthy and just playing good basketball every night.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Pass to Buzelis. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Outside Tatum. Picked by Vucevic. Takes a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Now the Bulls with it. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Ivy. They get the rebound.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Tatum passes to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Giddey. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Ivy kicks to Giddey. Pass to Okoro. Now Giddey. 6 to shoot. Collins a screen on Pritchard. Here's Giddey. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Well, Josh Giddey provides a floor general's mentality, RJ, in a 6'8" frame.
Yeah, he sees the floor extremely well and prides himself on his ability to create easy looks for his teammates, especially in transition.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it." And what does his team want from him? He said, be aggressive, don't defer. And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Guys?
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Collins, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Boston. Sam Hauser comes in for White, and it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much.
And we talk about how long Gonzalez is. There, he showcases it on the offensive glass.
Here's Gonzalez. Drills it from outside.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Collins passes to Giddey. Back to Collins. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner. Tatum with it. Picked by Vucevic. Beyond the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ivy with the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Tatum looking around. Here's Hauser, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Very nice.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
We've got Anthony Simon. He's out there with Jones. Sexton is out there with Jalen Smith. And it's Asenge in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Bulls trail by 11. Outside, Sexton. Tries the spin move. And Jones has it in the corner. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Garza. Takes it off the glass. Garza's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Queta. Exum deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot, and Queta gets it to go. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. changing it up here. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Tre Jones.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Giddey, no one around him. And again, no good by Chicago.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Derek White. And it's slammed in by Smith.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. A top 10 pick in 2020, Jalen Smith, Richard, played for 3 teams before his 25th birthday. He's seen a lot.
Yeah, that's such a challenge for a young player. I moved around a bit, but it was later in my career. Give Jalen credit. Despite the changes, he is still developing well.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back over to you, Kevin.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now here's Giddey after Jaylen Brown's miss. Giddey finds Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pritchard against Jones. Here's Cada. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. Trailing by 19. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You would have liked to have seen them make some adjustments and attack the rim, but they just kept firing from distance and couldn't get much to fall.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
It's time for the coolest crew in the 3-1-2. It's time to get loud for your 3-1-2 crew.
Checked in for Chicago. Jaden Ivey comes in for Tre Jones. Vucevic checked in for Boston. Jason Tatum comes in for Sam Hauser. .109 left in the first half. Tatum with it. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. To the middle from 8. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Tatum. Vucevic has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Collins a screen on Pritchard. Here's Giddey. That one off the back iron and out.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here is Brown. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. Last outing for Boston, they won that game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Brown with the bucket. 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And so it's Boston, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Boston Celtics.
Their bench came in ready to play. As a starter, that gives you confidence when you have to come off the floor.
Yeah, you know they know the second unit has their backs. Like I've got you guys.
Hard to find a better bodyguard than a 7-foot sheriff. It's time now to take a look at how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
Well, it's always an honor to be selected, especially if it's your first All-Star game. It's just a sign of respect.
And some newbies trying to make their case. A couple of great candidates out there trying to close strong. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Vucevic in at the 5.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
It's Brown on the wing. The 3. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 21. Here's a Okoro. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Tatum. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Boston. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Right side Tatum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. One shot.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Vucevic is screen on Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. From down in the low post, it goes. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Chicago calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
You see yourself on the screen? You show us your best moves. Let's go. Let's see. Shake it. You look good there.
Take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Celtics second.
The three has become a major weapon for them over this stretch. Great movement on the perimeter. They're not taking any bad shots.
Giddey finds Okoro. Back to Giddey. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Pritchard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Vucevic throws it down.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Back to Giddey. Now here's Okoro. Light covering. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Giddey. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Vucevic's screen on Giddey. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Ivy. Pritchard against Giddey.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now here's Okoro. Not a lot of room. Puts up a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Okoro's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
On your feet, fans, make some noise. It's time for T-shirts. Heads up, fans. Who wants a free T-shirt?
Trey Jones is checked in for Josh Giddey. Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Inside. Here's Pritchard. Clock at 4. Tatum with a screen on Jones. 11 feet away. Tatum no good. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Ivy. Uncovered. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Pritchard. A 3-ball. It's good from long range. Pritchard's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now, here's Collins. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's Brown with the 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the 3.
Here's Ivy. Rebound, Boston. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. And so it's the Boston Celtics having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And here are the Bulls now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. We've got Anthony Simons. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
That is downright unguardable. Simons knows when to go for it.
Launches a 3. Gonzalez's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And I know Giddey would rather shoot 3s straight on, but being versatile makes him even more effective.
Now here's Gonzalez. To the inside, Garza, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And the Bulls making a change here.
Find the lanes.
Collins is checked in. Cameron Payne's checked in for Boston. That free throw good from Giddey. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
Here's Jones after the basket by Boston. Giddey, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
So the wing on the left. Now here's Payne. For 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Simons on the wing. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Back to Simons. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Walsh. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Giddey. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. 14 points here for Josh Giddey. Celtics leading by 23. Pass to Walsh. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Giddey. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jones, no one around him. Smith the pass to Collins. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. No good on the triple. Boston has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Vucevic.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
So it's the Celtics now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Walsh. And again, Boston with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And it's Smith missing. Here's Walsh. Can't connect. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And now we present the player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. In this game, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. Inside we'll see Kamara and Klingon, and it's Holiday in at the 1. And for the Celtics, White and Brown are the wingmen. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's Klingon. Good.
At 7'2", Klingon is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
Pritchard with it. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. It's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And that one's good. Sharp.
And every trip up the floor, these are the kind of looks you wish for.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Tatum, a screen on Holiday. Inside. Tatum, shot is good.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Outside Sharp. It's Avdia on the wing. Six to shoot. Pass to Holiday. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
Now here's White. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Holiday against Pritchard. Avdia from outside hits the trifecta.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Legs, when you look at the maturation of Denny Avdia, just how good you think he can be.
Well, Brian, he is living up to being a top 10 pick. He has an all-around game, and more than anything, it's the force that he plays with. He is proving to be a real difference maker.
So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Portland moving it around. Outside Kamara. Holiday from long range. Another three for Portland.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Outside Tatum. The three is up. And Klingon pulls it down. Portland leading by 4. Off the outside. Pass to Sharp. Back to Avdia. Jacks up a 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Now here's Vucevic. Shoots over Klingon, and it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Tatum. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Portland ends up going with a new group. All right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. Fifth best, the Trailblazers.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here's Henderson taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. A nice shot by Krejci.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And there's a pick to the middle. Here's Gonzalez. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Ball stolen. Brown looking around. Here he goes. And a nice finish on the layup.
On the drive, Brown can be a nightmare to keep up with. He's got just the right mix of speed and power.
Pass to Graham. From deep. Another three for Portland.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Tatum. Takes the three. Gets rebounded by Grant. Henderson outside. And Williams punches it home.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone it's there! In time, he beat the buzzer!
Knew he had it the whole time.
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Woo. We always talk about closing quarters and halves, the importance of it. There you go.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Portland ahead, they lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Celtics trail by 5. And 10, the Blazers front office aggressively seeking wing depth.
Yeah, and in Denny Advia and Toumani Camara, they've got some ringers. They are still young and tremendously talented. They might be set at the forward spot for a decade.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Lillard and Sharp are the guards. Jeremy Grant out there with Scoot Henderson. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Williams' shot is good.
Growing his passing game. Sharp-nosed, being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Lillard against Pritchard. Tatum. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Lillard passes to Graham. Blocked! Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Garza. The three. Portland with a rebound. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trail Blazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Guys?
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Some changes for Boston. Brown comes in for Garza, and it's White in for Shireman. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Denny Avdius checked in for Henderson. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Steps back. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Energy and activity. That is how Brown earns fouls like that.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, just an all-around talent. The growth we've seen from Brown in this league has been tremendous, and he's got a ring to prove it.
And both free throws good for Brown.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
You look at the career of Damian Lillard. He's provided some unforgettable moments, Grant.
Oh, yes, he has, B.A. And I remember you were on the call for one of those moments. That unfathomable series-ending buzzer beater he hit against the Thunder.
And Lillard puts up a deep three, off target from three-point range.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's the pick. And here's Brown for 3. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
And we have seen Brown take more and more threes recently, becoming very confident in this shot.
Grant outside. Williams with the screen. Williams on the wing.
Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Outside, Brown to the paint. Comes up empty down low. For Portland, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Pass to Brown. To the middle. And it's good. 2 points. And it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Vucevic is checked in for Boston. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. Then for Portland, Klingon. He's checked in for Williams. Kamara comes in for Grant. And Holiday subbed in for Sharp. Three-pointer, Holiday knocks down the triple. Holiday's got 6.
Well, we know Holiday can do damage from outside the arc, which is why the defense has to be right up on him.
Here's Pritchard. Rejected by Klingon. Holiday against White. And the basket by Holiday. Give him 8 points now.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Vucevic, a screen on Holiday from behind the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Portland has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And you know Lillard loves setting up his guys. He's got a great eye for where to move the ball.
There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Vucevic. Now Pritchard. No points yet. Just 5 to shoot. Over Lillard. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Well, that's not great shot selection right there, but you'll take anything that goes in.
The shot comes out, and the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
Swinging back over to that first half for the Celtics now. They're in a tight one.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Man, we've seen Drew Holiday really having a great game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And Portland's shooting continues to impress. 65% for the field. Outside Holiday. Clingan with a screen. Pritchard against Holiday. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Holiday's got 10.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back to you guys.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Picked by Vucevic. There's Tatum with the 3. Oh, Tatum's triple is pure. And Legs, one thing we're seeing more of these days, head coaches who weren't necessarily high-profile guys coming in.
Well, I do think when you walk into a locker room having played before, there is a level of credibility that's automatically there. But in the age of analytics, it's probably less important that a head coach be a former NBA player.
Boston trailing. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Tatum. Great D that time from Kamara.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Three-pointer sharp. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Celtics have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Here's Kamara. The shot off that time. Nice D from Vucevic. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. Outside, Brown. From outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. Clingan's got 4 rebounds now. Portland has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Well, one thing's certain about Donovan Clingan. He is going to be a defensive menace for years to come, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he is a 7'2" monster, and he casts a long shadow in the paint. And for his size, he has the agility to hold up better than most centers further out.
Right side, Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Unable to get that one.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Back to Sharp. Kamara down low. Brown's there. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Pritchard. Right side, Tatum. Holiday grabs the miss. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 1.
Well, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
Outside Tatum. Brown with a screen. Let's go with a 3. And it's Tatum with the three. Tatum's got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Here's Sharp. Oh, wow. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Tatum with a screen. Fires the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Here's White. And White
Nice.
finishes off the break. Well done.
Good anticipation wins Tatum a steal, and he knows better than to let it go to waste.
Here's Sharp. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Boston out in front. They're up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Blazers trail by 3. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. Lillard and Sharp are the guards. Scoot Henderson out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. Boston's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Down low. Here's Garza. Sharp grabs the miss.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Lillard passes to Henderson. Grant outside. Launches a 3. And Henderson is good for 3. Henderson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on. Getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Garza. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. And that one drops for him. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Vucevic is checked in for Boston. Avdia, he's checked in for Portland. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Grant outside. Again, the miss by Portland.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Brown against Sharp. Brown inside. Counted. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Oh, the shake. Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Here's Garza. Vucevic, a screen on Grant. Williams rips down the board.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Here's Avdia. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. He's checked in for Williams. Kamara comes in for Grant. And Holiday subbed in for Damian Lillard. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside, Brown. Here comes Brown. Off on the layup. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Sharp. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Garza. And Pritchard is subbed in for Hauser. For Boston, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Avdia. Passes in from 18.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Outside Avdia to take the lead. Brown pulls down the board. The Celtics with the lead. It through.
Oh, assertive play there by Brown, rising to the challenge of the moment.
Sharp against White. He launches and rebounded by Tatum.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the three.
Oh, no good on the layup. Portland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Shaedon Sharp buries it from outside.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
and it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
It's gone! What a day!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
And that's been the theme of the night. Stringing together stops has been difficult.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Sharp. Oh, he finishes with a double clutch jam.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player is tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
Holiday fires. Ooh, the three doesn't go. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Line for the Celtics, Nikola Vucevic. At the line for 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
And so it's Boston with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Up next, the Celtics taking on the Hawks. For the Boston Celtics, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Hawks, Celtics. We'll be right back after this. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
You can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. But that doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the guard position. And for Boston, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. So, Greg, with all-star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Pick by Vucevic. Brown the pass to Vucevic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Johnson. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Here's Alexander Walker after the basket by Boston. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. White looking around. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by White. Tatum's got his second bucket.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Here's Alexander Walker. He had 15 points last outing. The 9-foot shot. And it's Derek White with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Tries from 16. Atlanta with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Kevin, even against weak defense, your execution still mattered. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Making some changes. Kate is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Pritchard. Kuminga's come in for Atlanta. McCollum comes in for Daniel. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now McCollum, White covering. Johnson with a screen on White. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Johnson's shot is off.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. And here's McCollum. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And there it is for him. Okongwu's now got his second bucket of the night.
The preferred scoring area for Okongwu. He can get it done inside with his size and length.
Here's Brown. Rebound by Alexander Walker. It's McCollum on the wing. Hands it from downtown.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Jonathan Kuminga, C.J. McCollum out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Corey Kispert, and it's Landale in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't call for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Down low, here's Vucevic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Here's McCollum. Tanked in off the glass. McCollum's got 5 now. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Gonzalez's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 4. Rebounded by Hauser. Vucevic against Kuminga. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Vucevic missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. McCollum outside. Launches it. Again, McCollum missing.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Outside Gonzalez. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Now here's Gonzalez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gonzalez has got his first bucket of the night. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And one time, pretty much just a 3-point specialist, Sam Hauser, coach, is now cranking up the defense.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can come into the league and maybe carve out a niche with just one skill. But usually what you have to do is take that one skill and build on it so that you can be a consistent rotation player. Sam Hauser has done that, and as you said, he's added the defense to his shooting ability.
for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Johnson comes in for Kuminga. Zachary Rizachet's checked in for Kispert. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Buddy Hield. Johnson left side. Outside Daniels. Out to the right wing. Here's Rizachet. Off target from outside.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Vucevic setting the big for Pritchard. He had a nice open look right there. And the Celtics lead by 8. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Cullen passes to Okongwu. And a wide open look for Daniel. The Hawks again can't hit. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. There's the screen. Pritchard from outside. Rebound Atlanta. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, depth plays a huge factor in this league. You can't win just with 5 guys.
Now here's Tatum. He has 7. Shoots over Rizachet, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pritchard against McCollum. Pass to Okongwu. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brown deciding where to go with it. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. 5 on the clock. Austin needs to get off a shot. Rizachet with the steal. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Rizachet. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Now just a 5-point Celtic lead. Brown outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics out in front, leading by 5. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now. And, Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court, and whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter right after this halftime break.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest.
Now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late, shooting threes on a timer.
If you're not prepared, it's easy to look bad in this event.
Changing gears here, how about what Jason Tatum was doing in that first half?
Well, Tatum, when he's rolling, I'm telling you guys, he can take you in any direction, from any spot, anywhere on the floor. He has every move at his disposal.
Not the Black Tornado.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And the Hawks with possession here, trailing by 5. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And Boston has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Pritchard gets the bucket.
You love how Tatum gets others involved. He doesn't want to do it all by himself out there.
Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as much as 10. They host the Kings after this game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. To the paint, here's Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
The length, quickness, and IQ Tatum possesses makes him a nightmare matchup, and it's why defenders end up fouling.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Good on both.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Okongwu's now got 9.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
And here is Tatum. He's got 11. Oh, up top to Jaylen Brown.
A big athletic finish by Brown. Polishing off the lob pass with authority.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Alexander Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on White.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
The first one falls. And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. It's Tatum on the drive, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, not just fast, but also precise. Tatum shows a lot of control on his drive.
Johnson with a screen on Brown. Count it. Johnson's got his second basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brown outside. Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Minnesota. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And you know, the Celtics, they've been middle of the pack for most of the season. This just might be who they are. Not a great team, but at least they aren't bringing up the rear.
Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Bounce pass from Ricochet. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Tatum. And Tatum stays with it. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, nice hustle by Tatum. When an all-NBA level guy is giving effort like that, it's infectious.
Johnson, a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. Right side Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And then for Atlanta, Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. And Kuminga's subbed in for Jalen Johnson. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. White with it. Still scoreless. Takes it inside. Tatum. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Kuminga with a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Tatum with a screen on Kuminga. Pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Crafty move, and he jams it with authority.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
White the pass to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Rizachet. Hauser defending. Fires for 3. That one no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The Hawks trail by 7. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Jock Landale. Hield is out there with McCollum. Then it's Johnson. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward. Now here's Brown. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Brown against Johnson. Brown with the bucket.
There's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
Hield from outside. Rebound Boston.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Brown. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Celtics leading by 11. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Garza. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Hawks have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. A putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now Pritchard. Pass to Garza. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Garza's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Lisa Shea is coming in for Jonathan Kuminga. Tyson Daniels checked in for Heald. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up. Going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Reza Shea with it. He's covered by Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that goes down.
Well, Reza Shea has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Vucevic outside. Here's Brown. Okongwu pulls it down. Shoots the 3. It's off.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Down low, guarded by Reza Shea. Book it.
Great call, having Brown run pick and roll. He is so confident with the ball in his hands.
No good from 3. Boston leading by 12. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. Launches it. Down he goes for 3.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Alexander Walker. Daniels fires. Puts up the 3. Rebounded by Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.